Happy Wednesday, everybody. Kamari Ellis here, the Finance Rebel. Welcome to the Finance Rebel Show. This is our weekly Wednesday show, our weekly Wealthy Wednesday show, where I answer all of your questions about money. Whatever questions you might have, I answer them. Stock, tax, business, insurance, real estate, anything about money, we talk about it. How was everybody tonight? I hope everybody is well. I'm going to share this out to a couple places just to get the party started. Miss Edith, how are you? Happy Wednesday. Did you get an answer to what you're going to do? I know last week you were talking about your business towards the end of the show, so we didn't get a chance to get into it super duper deep. Douglas Reed, how are you? Welcome. Otabiku, how are you? Mid-Atlantic, how are you? Welcome to everyone. So what's popping, y'all? Tell me something good. Lynette, how you doing? I'm trying to remember. Did I send you that email? No, I don't think I did. It was a text. So forgive me for that. I got like 5 phone calls after I talked to you. So I got you as soon as we get off. So tell me something good, y'all. So listen, if anybody has any questions about taxes, about stocks, about business overall, put them in the comments, put them in the box. Douglas, you got a question about tax? Do me a favor, throw it in the little question box. All right, you brought the book, the money book I talked about. Okay. Omar Hogue, how are you, Omar? I'm learning options trading. That's what's up. Oh, you did see? I do stuff and I don't even be knowing. Hey, Tara. Hey, Jack, the first 3. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday, everybody. Yeah, these last couple of weeks have been bananas. Tara, you laughing at me again? You always laughing at me. It's all good, though. Miss Lovely 42. Oh, Miss Lovely 42. I like that. How are you? Let's see. So how's everybody tonight? Right. So why can't I find it? So all right, let them rip. Where the questions at? Rachel Donald says, to your IG post regarding if you do not have a tax plan, you do not have a wealth strategy, is there a website that I could tap into to get the ideas to ensure I'm planning properly? Is there a website? You could always Google tax strategy. You could always Google anything regarding tax. There's 1,000,001 like tax books or like tax for dummies books. I'm trying to think what an easy way is to like learn it and do it. Rochelle, do you have a business? Tell me a little bit about yourself. Don't share too much though. All right, so Tara on IG is also asking the same question. She said, so you talked about having a tax plan. How should we get one? So my first answer to that is you should sit down with your tax professional. And your tax professional should be able to help guide you develop a tax plan. And listen, just because I said plan doesn't mean it has to be super complicated and super sophisticated, right? but you should have a plan. Like, listen, I know we talk a lot about stocks. I love the markets, but I hate taxes. And I hate taxes not because I think taxes, at their core are wrong or immoral. I hate taxes because government doesn't use money efficiently. And they just want to continue to tax and tax and tax you. Like, when is the last time they did an audit to say, you know what? I think we overspent in this area, so we can cut back. They never do that. So you mean to tell me every single dollar in the budget, on the budget line, has actually been used and been used efficiently? I mean, but like there are studies out there that talking about the federal government, right? Most of federal contracting is a waste because most of the contracts don't come in on time and they're typically over budget. So, you have a whole lot of things going on there. But hey, going back to the question, how do you get a wealth strategy? Listen, so let's talk about this. What's a wealth strategy? Wealth strategy simply is how you're going to become wealthy. Now, there's usually 4 stages of wealth. You have wealth accumulation. That's your first stage, right? You have wealth management. That's the second stage, when you get some things and you got to start managing them. Then your third stage is wealth preservation. Is you got some money, you or some wealth, right? Because wealth isn't just money. It's wealth is more than just money. But for this conversation, we'll use money. So wealth preservation is, all right, you made your money, you're doing well, you want to keep it, right? And then to the next stage is then wealth transfer. And wealth transfer is, who are you going to give that money to after you're no longer here? Or are you going to give those assets to when you are no longer here, right? So there's 4 stages of wealth: accumulation, management, preservation, and transfer. Again, accumulation, that's when you start to make your money, you started a business, started a job, saving and investing at the beginning stages. Then management, you built something up, you've got a pot to piss in, right? You got something to lose. You're trying to figure out the best way to go about it. And then you have preservation. You've got something. It's definitely there. You're trying to figure out how to preserve it, right? So it doesn't dissipate. So everything that you work for doesn't evaporate up in smoke. All right. And then you have transfer. Now, a lot of us, we all go through those stages, whether you want to call them wealth, financial, however you want to do it, right? There is no destined, predetermined way of doing this, but those are the 4 stages. And so in all of those stages, guess what? Guess what's present? Guess what's there? Guess what's always lingering? And it's always a pain in the ass. Taxes. Taxes are always there. And so it behooves you to try to mitigate and lower your taxes as much as possible. Listen, we're already overtaxed. You pay federal tax, state tax, local tax. You got your cell phone tax, real estate tax, gas tax, cigarette tax, alcohol tax. I mean, we got a lot of taxes, folks. And where you get your most or your biggest bang for your buck typically is when you're a business owner or an investor or both, especially real estate investor. So, be creative. Think about ways to lower your tax bill, whether that's if you work at a 9-to-5, right? And you have a 401k there, and your 401k provider gives you a free match. You're going to take advantage of the free match because it's free money, and you want to take advantage of the tax savings or the tax advantages of a 401k. I see a lot of goofy people running around telling folks 401ks aren't good because of the fees. There are definitely some instances where there are fees. But can anybody tell me where they just give you money for free? Right? And if somebody gave you money for free, let me be clear, all 401ks don't have matches. All 401ks don't give stuff away for free. But in my scenario, we're gonna focus on the ones that are free. How you doing, General Tyreek? Thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk about the ones that are free. I mean, that are giving out free money. Free money is the match that comes with most, not all, but most 401ks. We're going to take it. Where do they give out money for free? A lot of us complain about our jobs and how you could be doing so much else. But a lot of us don't maximize everything that we get from our job and benefits. Take advantage of all of it. Take the time and read through your employee handbook. Many times when I'm working with clients, you'll discover discounts. Sometimes because your HR, your benefits department will go out and they will work with other businesses and vendors to get you a discount. Years ago, you know what, I shouldn't tell this story. I'll tell a story. Years ago, I worked for an insurance company. All right. And that insurance company had a contract with a major cell phone carrier. I ain't been with that company forever. Guess who still gets the discount on my bill? This guy. Me. Right? So that was a benefit. That's right, Tara. Tara said some will match half. That is correct. I'm taking advantage of any match. Right. So take advantage of any match. They vary. All matches are not equal. But listen, it makes sense to take advantage of the match because, again, it's free money. It's free money. And you get to put it away in a tax-deferred account. So that's one thing everybody can do that's working 9 to 5. Put more money away because that money is not taxed on a federal level. It's not taxed. It will help you reduce it, help you save money for the future. And there are ways to be very, very strategic, not illegal. Strategic and illegal are not the same thing. I don't talk about nothing illegal, but very strategic about using those monies to further build assets going forward. 7 Deuce Entertainment, how are you? That's my man, Kel. Mr. PDQ, how are you? Mr. PDQ has the Black Men Decoded podcast. It's a good podcast. He answers a lot of the questions for the ladies. When y'all got questions about why y'all man ain't acting right. So check out that podcast, y'all. So yeah, that's something you can do. If you're working a 9 to 5, these are not recommendations. All right. I do like HSA accounts. Robert, Mr. Lynn to USA. Everybody go follow Mr. Lynn to USA as well. Robert Lewis over there. Another thing you can do is if you are working a 9 to 5 job and you got some talent, you can cook, you can sew, you can sing, you can do some other things. Start a business. And in that business, you can write off a lot of things. Again, I only talk about legal stuff. There's a term called ordinary and necessary that the IRS loves to throw around. So anytime you are in business and the IRS is looking at your business, they want to know is the revenue ordinary and necessary. They want to know if the expenses are ordinary and necessary to your business. That means everything in line. You know what? We got to pause for a quick moment, y'all. The superstar just joined in. Hello, Miss Vanessa Braxton. We was going to talk about black business for a minute. I wanted to talk about black business because I'm always hearing people say they don't know where to find good black businesses. They can't find good black businesses. It baffles me, right? Because I believe in this current climate that we live in, we have to be uber about black business. I saw the blackout yesterday. This is no diss to the blackout. I think it's cool. But listen, I support black business every day. So I got this from Vanessa Braxton the other day. This is a black woman who is an engineer who has her own firm. Guess what this is? Sanitizer. Everybody's buying sanitizer. Everybody should be buying, that's watching me, their sanitizer from somebody black. And we have a black woman that's here, Miss Vanessa Braxton, who owns Black Mama Vodka and Tea Cafe. I think I just jacked it up. Black Mama and Tea Cafe. So she shifted to make sanitizer when the country was running out of sanitizer. She pivoted her business. All right, there's a lesson in that, y'all. I don't know if y'all hear it, see it, feel it. There's a lesson in that. She saw the opportunity and she went with it. But guess what else she makes? Y'all can tell this was premeditated, right? But she makes tea, right? So I've I support black businesses all day, every day. I say buy black all day, every day. So this is nothing for me. This is what I do. But Miss Braxton makes tea. Why we ain't buying black tea from a black woman or a black man? I don't know any black man that's out there making it, but right now we're talking about a black woman. We could be buying tea. People say they don't know where to find stuff, or the customer service isn't good at black-owned businesses. I say that's BS. Now, what I will say is, and we're keeping it funky, this is a family conversation, right? Some of our businesses, some of our people don't know how to deal with conflict resolution that great, right? I will keep that funky. However, instead of focusing on these negative ones, and I get it, listen, nobody should take advantage of you when you're spending your money. Let's focus on the positive. There's plenty of positive black-owned businesses that do great work and have great customer service. All right, so I didn't get to these teas yet, right? But what I did get to, and listen, I was going to do a whole video, but y'all can tell this is open. So I had to take a couple drinks. Tax season's been crazy for me, y'all. But we have Black Mama Vodka made by a black woman. Nobody ever talks about black woman making products. Here I'm talking about black woman making products. Manufacturing, folks. All right. So listen, when they tell you that there's no good black businesses, that's a lie. When they tell you that we aren't in a lot of the spaces, that's a lie. Now listen, we ain't everywhere. We got more work to do. There's no lie in that. However, we're getting there, and we're getting there real quick. And we'll get there even quicker if we all spread the gospel of buying black. All right. I'm never going to tell you to buy black at the expense of being treated poorly. But for the most part, in my experiences, I don't usually get treated poorly. But I'm also the guy who will organize people to go buy from a black-owned business. I used to do cash mobs, right? Get 20 people, put each person go to a business, get 20 people to go to a business, and you put together, or you spend a minimum of $20. Everybody can do that in every community where you're at. That's right, Vanessa. I already get it. Now, next week is September, excuse me. I don't even know the months, y'all, let alone the days. Next week is July 15th. Anybody know what July 15th is? So July 15th is the tax deadline. Hopefully they won't extend it again. This has probably been my worst tax season ever. I'll tell you that story later. But so next week, I think we're going to do a happy hour. I'll answer questions, but I'm gonna be sipping on some Black Mama vodka. So maybe Vanessa will come on with me for a minute. She's super busy. She ain't got time for little folk like me. But I'm gonna always show her love. But back to the taxes, right? Back to the taxes. At every stage of the wealth process, right? Remember I said you have wealth accumulation, wealth management, wealth preservation, and wealth transfer. Throughout all those stages, you have taxes. It behooves you to try to reduce those taxes as much as possible legally. That's right, Mid-Atlantic. It's tax day. All right. I ain't talking about no scam, y'all. I ain't talking about I'm gonna hire my kid to get this tax write-off. If you're gonna hire your kid, make sure your kid is coming to do work to give economic and financial value to your business, not just for the tax write-off. Yes, you can hire your children, you can pay them a wage, they can get the money tax-free damn near. Usually, if you do it right. A lot of people don't do it right. And that money can be used for other things. The money you pay for your child or to your child can be used for other things because they live with you. You pay for everything anyway, right? But you can put money into a Roth. You can put money into college. I have one client that pays their child, and the child uses it for college tuition. So in effect, you got in effect you have a way to pay for college tax-free. I saw that question. I want to say it's BMTT regarding the vodka. So what is your website address? I don't have it on me right in front of me. I should have had it on me. It's probably on. It's www.blackmamatees. www.blackmamatees. And no, Vanessa did not pay me to say any of these things at all. This is literally what I do, y'all. I mean, I've been written up in the paper about this years ago. I truly believe that we have to take on a whole different level of mindset if the Black community is going to ascend to another level. And that mindset is we're going to start giving more value first. I am not saying that. I'm not saying that we can't get paid, but we're going to have to start putting up value first, whether it's spending at a store that has a great product or that hires from our community before we get anything back. I think that's what needs to be done, in my opinion. But that's Black Mama Tees. So I walk it like I talk it. Tara, what do you mean? I have my uncle nearest. So, again, going back to the point about taxes, those are some things you can do to lower your tax bill. You might want to look at an investment property. Where it stands right now, the way, I'm not going to say the way they messed it up, but the way they changed the tax bill is that, let's say you have over $10,000 in real estate tax, you're getting capped. In New Jersey, over here, and some places in Philadelphia, between your state and local tax and your real estate tax, you're already capped. So you don't get to write off a lot of that money in your taxes and your real estate taxes. What's another way you can start writing off some of your real estate? Maybe you buy a rental property. Okay, so Douglas and Reed says, my accountant says I'm in the 25% tax bracket. I got real estate. I have stocks. I'm retired. Okay, so you probably... Okay, could it be your exemptions? Could what be your exemptions? Like, Mr. Reed, give me, what exactly you're trying to do? You want to lower your tax bill? You want out of the 25% tax bracket? Is that what you're saying? Hey, Digital, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Is that what you're saying? You want out of the 25% tax bracket? Well, you have a lot of income coming out. And I would assume that you said real estate, but you didn't say what kind of real estate. I'm assuming it's rental real estate. All right. So that gets taxed. Your pension gets taxed. I don't know if you're doing Social Security. That potentially is taxed or partially taxed. So it really depends. But if you want to start shifting your money to get out of the higher tax bracket, I would say one of the things you can do right away is you can look at municipal bonds. Municipal bonds. That is not an investment recommendation. This show is for entertainment, education purposes only. Before you buy any investment, before you think about any investment, please talk to your tax and investment advisor. Remember, past performance is not an indicator of future results. All right, but I would start looking at those things. You could look at a myriad of things. You could look at annuities. You could look at insurance, life insurance, to be particular, exact or specific. You could look at a lot of different things. I don't know what exactly your level of sophistication is, but you could even look at some oil and gas. Like there's a myriad of things you can look at to lower your tax bill. But have your accountant start working on a tax plan for you and pay that man, right? I mean, so if you're approaching and you tell him, listen, I'm trying to reduce my taxes, I need a plan, I need a strategy, sit down with him and talk about it. Yes, try Black Mama Tea's vodka. And the vodka I have is pomegranate tea. I mixed it with some water, actually. Black owned. And it was delicious. I almost killed it. So Vanessa probably about to get some more money from me. I might have to ask Vanessa for a loan. Okay. Maria Shake says we received a 1099-C from a business settlement that my husband was the guarantee of the debt. Right. So your debt got canceled. Now we owe the IRS $62K. Is there a way to negotiate with the IRS to lower what's owed? Yes, potentially. Here's a quick thing. If you were, let's say, insolvent, you might be able to get out of paying that tax bill. But I don't know who did your taxes. So talk to your tax advisor. If your tax advisor can't help you, hit me up. Hit me up. 484-278-1357. Send me a text. You could also send me an email. Don't call me. Not right now, though. Don't call me. Joey Miller, what's up, bro? I got to get back with you. So, yeah, Maria, you could, it's potential. If not, I would need to have a better idea of your overall situation to give you more guidance on that. But potentially you might be able to reduce that bill. Maybe. I can't call it though from here. No, Vanessa, you didn't pay anyone. You didn't pay me. I didn't support. I patronized. We got to get out of using the word support. I got value out of that vodka. Vodka was good. Oh, Uncle Nearest is the black man who taught Jack Daniels how to distill whiskey. A black woman owns Uncle Nearest distillery. I didn't know that. My text number is 484-278-1357. 484-278-1357. I should have it up on the screen for y'all if I was smarter and faster. But there it is. Bam. So, all right, what other questions we got, folks? Mr. Reed, I hope I answered your question. Did that give you any help at all? Yeah, I taste every now and again, Vanessa. I wouldn't call myself a drinker. I come from a long line of drunks, though. So it's in my blood. All right, what other, let's see what we got. Yeah, well, listen, I didn't just buy vodka from Vanessa, right? Vodka is the thing that everybody probably latched on to, but I got sanitizer, right? And I got tea. So I brought all that stuff from a black woman. By the way, shout out to Vanessa again for that great Roland Martin interview. Now I'm trying to get Vanessa on with me, y'all, so we can bust it up. But again, she be busy. She elusive. All right. So any other questions? All right. So good, Mr. Reed. I got you covered. I think I saw some questions over on IG. So Tara says, yes, there is a way to give constructive criticism to business and still support them. Black business, that is. Yeah. I mean, I do it all the time. There's a couple of restaurants that I have really good relationships with here in Philly because I've had I've done cash mobs for them, right? So like I just explained to y'all, you get 25 of your peoples together, you go to a black owned business and you spend a minimum of $25 a person. Instead of giving y'all money to all the folks out there that don't love y'all, that don't support black people or hire black people, you can go find a black owned business, a locally black owned business. And it doesn't even have to be local. There's a lot of businesses that are online that are doing great work too. Tara, did I help you? Did I answer that question? Relationship flow. How you doing? I didn't know you were here. Jessica, how you doing? All right, so if you're just joining, I am Kamari Ellis, the Finance Rebel. You're watching the Finance Rebel Show. Today's segment is Wealthy Wednesdays. Y'all know I do Wealthy Wednesdays every Wednesday, and today is Wednesday. I do it every Wednesday at 8 p.m. So listen, if you know anybody in the black community that's looking to increase their financial IQ, share this with them. Share this with them. All right, so y'all don't have a whole lot of questions tonight. Lynette, you posted a question. Where is it? Let me go back. I apologize. Sometimes these systems have a mind of their own. Okay. How do I obtain my tax account ID? I spent a tremendous amount of time dealing with the city of Philadelphia today in regards to a business privilege license. Help me understand how to make this simple. Yeah, the simple way to do it is you send me $1,000. I call my folks. I get the ID for you, and you file your taxes. That's simple, right? As simple as one, two, three. No, in all seriousness, keep your $1,000. It's free. You can get a commercial activities license from the city, and then you get your you can do it all online. Then you get your business privilege license and everything else. So what this is for, right? For everybody that's watching that's not from Philadelphia or not a business owner. Clearly, Miss Lynette is a business owner because business privilege license for businesses, right? So city of Philadelphia taxes their businesses. It used to be a lot worse. If you wanted to hear me bitch, this is something I used to bitch about all the time. But to be fair, the city has gotten better at it because basically they have like this double taxation system. So you have to pay tax on your business profits and your business gross. However, they now have a threshold. I want to say it's $75,000 off the top of my head. So anything below 75,000, you don't have to pay tax on. However, right? And when I say business, this is, retail business, internet business, 1099 person, but it also includes people that have rental property. You can get. I help a lot of people out with this. People get into a jam with the city. They don't file their taxes, so you could have no income, no profit, not owe the city anything. They still want you to file your taxes. If you do not file your taxes, they will deny your rental license. And if you do not have a rental license in the city of Philadelphia, you cannot evict your tenants. You cannot evict your tenants. I repeat, you cannot evict your tenants. I am a previous property manager. You want to always have the ability to evict your tenants. I wasn't a good property manager, but I did it. I have experience with it. And you know what? I take that back. I was good. My weakness was tenant relations, but anything regarding getting stuff fixed, dealing with contractors, negotiating payments, and things like that, I was A1 on, so I was fine with that. So all right, I will come back to that question about Walmart. I didn't see it. So yeah, you can do that all online. It doesn't take long. You can even file your taxes online. So Lynette, if you don't mind, why do you need a business privilege license? I mean, did you already have a business? I mean, if you want to share that much, I don't want you to be uncomfortable. But I started talking to y'all like we face to face. So what else we got? What else we got? See, everybody's giving Vanessa shout outs. Mimi Junius, I think you said is your name. I know I've seen you before. I think we're Facebook friends actually. But I don't, if I jacked up your name, I apologize. So you said Amber Ward, Nola Brader, check this. Oh, I guess you tagged somebody. Okay, well, thank you for that. Oh, so Nola's the same way. Yeah. They make it hard on businesses sometimes unnecessarily, sadly. Okay, it's a deeper issue. All right, I got you. So I sent you the link. Just hit the link and we're good to go. Busy J791, thanks for joining. All right, let me see. Let me find that question. If I don't find it in the next 30 seconds, do me a favor, repost it. Hayes Torchu, how are you? So Walmart has a delivery service. Thoughts on Walmart starting the yearly $98 subscription. Again, thoughts on Walmart starting the yearly $98 subscription. I didn't know they started a $98 subscription. I have been delinquent in my readings and research. Walmart. Let's see what we can find on Walmart. Good old Sam Walton's Club. Listen, we talking about wealth, right? A good family to study is the Walton family, and how much money Sam Walton left behind when he passed. How much wealth he created when he passed for his family. I mean, those folks never have to work a day in their lives. But when you don't work, that's when your wealth disappears. And that's what happens to a lot of rich people with their spoiled, bratty kids, is that they never developed any kind of work ethic. Ultimately, they wound up being depressed and broke in because they don't have no purpose in life. All right, so Walmart reportedly launched Amazon Prime like subscription service. So my apologies to my IG folks. I can't share my screen with y'all, but I'm sharing the screen on Facebook and YouTube. So again, Walmart reportedly is launching Amazon Prime like subscription service. Makes sense. Amazon has even stepped up their e-commerce portion of their business. So they're selling more now, because in the beginning, they didn't really do anything on the internet. They were very late to the internet. But since Walmart has a mountain load of cash, and actually Walmart is very well managed, they don't treat their people the best. They don't have the best looking stores aesthetically, especially from the standpoint of like how they handle their merchandise and if it's stacked neatly and things like that. They don't do that the best, but they get their stuff. They get it at a low price. Sometimes that does come at the cost of a low business, at the cost of a small business, though. But I think this would be very interesting because Walmart sells just about everything that Amazon sells, and they have a physical location. One of the main reasons why Amazon bought Whole Foods is to have a physical location. So they run a lot of their distribution through their stores as well. So I think this will be very interesting. I think it'll be very, very interesting. And at $98 a year, I want to say that's less than Amazon Prime. So they're taking direct aim at Amazon. That's always good for the consumer. It's always good for the customer. So I'm here for it. I am here for it. Now, let's see something here. They announced that today. How was the stock impacted? That's what I always want to look at. All right, keep y'all questions coming. Did I see anything else? Work missile. I got two of my family members on here tonight. Something must be wrong. All right, Walmart dropped today, but that doesn't mean anything. Let me see. Let's see. But Walmart is one of those companies that's going to be around for a while. So today, Walmart opened at 35.02, closed at 35.15. So they were up today. What am I? That's not Walmart. Let me see here. That's not Walmart. Walmart ticker symbol was WMT. I'm tripping. Ain't none of y'all catch that? Nobody caught that. All right, so yeah, Walmart was down today. Opened at 128, closed at 124.44. Walmart makes new push into healthcare with insurance business. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So, I mean, I think that's a good thing. But I guess the only thing is I wouldn't want to order from Walmart though, because I'm not, outside of all the billions that they have, I'm not really a big fan of Walmart. And they sell food. Amazon sells food. I don't know if that's going to be for local delivery. But yeah, I don't know. I would rather order from Amazon personally. I think Amazon would have better fulfillment, just off the top also. But I don't know. I don't know. What do y'all think about it? Y'all think it's a good idea? General Tyreek says, "Did you see Merrill has gotten into the $0 trading?" Yeah, all the big brokerage firms have gotten into $0 trading. All of them. TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab, everybody's doing basically $0 trades. It's a whole commission war that's going on. Do I have any information on NIO and plug stocks? All right, Maria, tell me what you think about them. Do you own them? So let's look up NIO first. NIO is trading at $12.88. Motor vehicles. Is this? I think I've looked at this. I think somebody brought this up before. Like we talked about this a few weeks ago. I think Apple hit another all-time high today. Was it Apple? Jeez. People still buying Hertz. Hertz was up 8.3% today. It's crazy. So, NIO. Seven Deuce Entertainment says I ordered from Walmart recently. It was not as fast as Amazon, but it was okay. Okay. I guess my prediction was correct. I never ordered from him. Yeah, Sam Walton was a beast. Indeed. EYL talks about it. What does EYL talk about? Lend to USA. By the way, EYL stands for Earn Your Leisure. Earn Your Leisure. Pretty dope show. So, all right. So, if any of y'all been rocking with me for a while, y'all know the routine, right? So, Amazon. You know what? I think I did see that, Vanessa. So, Vanessa says, hold on, Maria. I didn't forget you, but I do want to put this up here. Vanessa says, Walmart opened their marketplace to vendors. So, what that means is they open their marketplace to vendors. So, they're going to be able to sell just like Amazon does. Amazon creates the platform. They kind of facilitate the transaction. They take a piece of it, or a small fee. It's not always that small, but they take a fee. So Walmart can now do the same thing. So it'll be an opportunity for smaller vendors to get large scale distribution. And that's what a lot of businesses need. You can never become a great business without distribution. All right. So let's look at this real quick. NIO. All right. So y'all know the rule is, did I do it wrong? Yeah, I did it wrong. Sorry, guys. I did it wrong. So the rule is every time we talk about a company, we go to finance.yahoo.com, right? We look it up. We get a general sense of what's it about, what's their business, what's it selling for. All right, there we go. All right, so NIO is $12.88. It went up to $13.88 after hours in trading. So something happened. something happened that made them go like that. So the name of the corporation is actually NIO as well. All right, what do they do? NIO Limited designs, manufactures, and sells electric vehicles in the People's Republic of China, Hong Kong, and the United States, the United Kingdom, and Germany. The company offers 5, 6, and 7-seater electric SUVs. It's also involved in the provision of energy. So this sounds interesting. Tesla got a competitor, huh? All right. All right. Tesla's got a competitor. All right. So NIO, $12.88 went up to $13.18 in after-hours trading. So listen, the stock market is open from 9:30 every day to 4 p.m., 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. There are a lot of times stocks that will trade pre and post. Pre-market before 9:30, post-market after 4 p.m. I repeat, I do not recommend anybody do that. The markets get really wonky during those times, and a lot of crazy things happen at that time. So this company, NIO, is a $14.6 billion company. $14.6 billion with the B, ladies and gentlemen. So they've been around for a while. They don't pay any dividend. They're trading about 70 million shares a day. I know we talked about this before, but I don't think I've actually looked deep into this. And for them to be a $14 billion company is impressive. All right, they did $7.8 billion in revenue last year. 4.9 in 2018 in revenue. They didn't have any revenue in 2017, fiscal year 2017. Now, they have revenue, but they also have big losses. Big losses. Those bigly losses. So they are still not profitable. So that means they're probably running off of a bunch of venture capitalist funds. But they've only been around for 2 years. So remember how y'all always ask me about Tesla, and y'all be like, well, why don't I like Tesla? And I say, well, Tesla's not really profitable. Well, as you see, right, this company isn't profitable either. That's the automobile industry space is really hard to crack. It takes it's very capital intensive. It takes a lot of money up front to get anything done there. You got to build factories and plants. You got to pay people. So it is not easy. All right, so we're looking at the income statement. Now we are going to look at the balance sheet. Can anybody tell me what the balance sheet is? What it's for? I tell y'all the same thing every week. Almost every week. Any week we talk about stocks. Now, okay, so this is interesting. In 2017, he had $7.5 billion on cash on hand. In 2018, he had $8.2 billion on hand. And at the end of 2019, they only had $973 million on hand. That's interesting. They've been spending their cash. But why? Because it still hasn't delivered them from the land of losses. They're still losing money. So, that makes me wonder why, they're spending all that money, I'm assuming, or investing it some type of way. So I don't know if they're doing R&D, research and development. They're using on marketing, paying employees, but that's a lot of money, and they're still at a loss. So I am not sure why. I am Diana Moss. Excuse me. How are you? Thanks for joining. Okay, so Mid-Atlantic says, I like Walmart stock long term. Ebony Sons, what's up, Russell? How you doing? Walmart's cool. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. But, at some point, all things end. When will it happen? I don't know. VSLP, how are you? Thank you for joining. But, Walmart has been able to really reinvent themselves. They were late to the internet. They were definitely late to the internet, but they picked up speed. And that's what you can do when you got some cash. While we are here, let's look at Walmart real quick. How much cash y'all think Walmart got on hand? There it is. Now that's interesting, right? 2017, they got 6.8 billion on hand. 2018, they got 6.7 billion. 2019, they got 7.7 billion. And 2020, right? Because the dates change just because of the way their fiscal year ends. They have 9.4 billion. So they've been accumulating cash as they've been going along. That's actually impressive. Now they had revenue of, going back to 2017, they had revenue of, it's not giving it to me. It looks like 485. So $485 billion, ladies and gentlemen. In 2018, he had 500 billion in sales. 2019, 514 in sales, 514 billion in sales. 2020 had 523 billion in sales. So, I mean, they're growing their revenue line. They grow their revenue line almost every year, it looks like. Now, listen, the top line is great. It's like when you get your paycheck. You got a pocket full of money, but then what happens? You got to pay the piper. Got to pay them bills, man. Got to pay them bills. But after everything is all said and done, 2017, he had a profit of 13.6 billion. And 2018, they had a profit of 9.8 billion. And 2019, they had a profit of 6.6 billion. And it looks like in 2020, and they had a profit of 14.8 billion. That's a big leap. That's a really big leap. So I would say Walmart deserves a deeper dive. Sam B. Queen, how are you? PHI Legacy Media, how you doing? Thank you for joining. So I would say, Walmart deserves a second look, a deeper look, rather. All right, so I think I have all my questions. I'm up to date on all my questions on IG. All right. I was supposed to do plug too. All right, y'all keeping me on task like that. All right, so let's look at plug. PULG plug Power Inc. $9.50. $9.50. Now I got a sneaky suspicion plug is a penny stock. It is I'm sorry. Small cap. That's what I was going to say. It's not a penny stock. A penny stock is anything below $5. Market cap. Company's worth $3 billion. Company is worth $3 billion. And the company, from the beginning of the year, the company's stock price was $3.24 to now it is $9.50. That's pretty impressive. $3.24 at the beginning of the year. Now it's $9.50 in July. That's impressive. That's like a 300% return. I gotta look, y'all. The nerd in me makes me want to look. I'm sorry. Right, yeah. So that's like it's more like a 200% return. That's very impressive, though. Very impressive. All right, let's look at plugs financials. Oh, before I do that, what do they do? I'm guessing it's something electric. So they're in Latham, New York. Plug Power Inc. provides hydrogen fuel cells. Okay. Hydrogen fuel cells, turnkey solutions for the electric mobility and stationary power markets. All right, Maria, you must be really into your electric vehicles in North America and Europe. It focuses on proton exchange membrane. Somebody say that 5 times real fast. And fuel processing technologies. This is interesting. The company offers GenDrive hydrogen fueled PEM. Remember, PEM is proton exchange membrane. fuel cell system that provides power to material handling, electronic vehicles, and hydrogen fueling delivery. That's interesting. And let's see what the cash like. Where the cash at? What the cash look like? So they got revenues of 200 million, 230 million last year, 174 million the year before in 2018, 132 million in 2017. Are they profitable? Dun, dun, dun. They are not. They are not. They are not. Lost 127 million in 2017, lost 78 million in 2018, lost 85 million in 2019. That ain't sexy, but again, I'm betting they are VC funded. Got about 139 million in cash right now, or at the end of last year. So that's interesting. And now at the end of the last quarter, they only had about 75 million at the end of March. They should have another report coming out pretty soon, so you can get a fresher update and see what they're looking like. So that is interesting. That is interesting. Great doc. High costs of low prices. Okay, so General Tyreek says, is it Tyreek or is it Tarek? I know people say it both ways. I don't like messing up people's names, so I always ask for clarity. So he's talking about Walmart stocks. Great doc, Walmart, high cost of low price. Amazon Prime costs more, but you get the Prime video service for the extra $20 a year. That's a great point. Right, got that already. Okay, General Tyreek, you got an NIO at 6 and plug at 6. Okay. So can I borrow $1? Clearly you've made some money. All right, I got to the plug. All right. Some Pisces chick. What's up, D? How you been? Jim 528. How you doing? Thanks for joining us tonight. Katie 2475. Thanks for joining us tonight. Appreciate you all. My IG people, my IG feed is about to end. So I am going to end this and come right back. So y'all come right back. All right. So what questions do y'all have? Taxes, stock. We can talk about it all. We can talk about it all. Can't save it. All right, as we are just reconfiguring everything, remember you're watching the Finance Rebel Show. This is Wealthy Wednesdays. Do me a favor, share this with somebody who is looking to increase their financial IQ, especially someone in the Black community that is looking to increase their financial IQ. All right, so y'all know, I just told y'all, what's up, Larry? I just told y'all tax season's been crazy for me, right? So we got roughly 7 days. Did y'all file y'all taxes? If you didn't file your taxes, make sure you file your extension. Don't try to be slick with it, y'all. Get to it now so you don't have to wait later. And remember, filing an extension is not an extension to pay. It's only an extension to file. All right. So if you do owe, right, you want to knock that out as soon as possible. If you think you owe, you want to knock that out as soon as possible. So today is 7/8, July 7th. We are at the half-year mark. What does everybody have set up for the end or the rest of the second half of the year? Are y'all prepared? Are y'all ready? Are y'all gonna let, or is Corona taking a toll on y'all? My pleasure, Angela. I think I like doing this and talking to my clients a lot of times. Don't tell them I said that, though. I mean, listen, anytime I get to help people, it's good. Again, I tell y'all sometimes I wonder, but I think I've gotten enough inboxes and DMs and texts to say I'm positively impacting folks. So it's not in vain. And I like hanging out with y'all. I see some people's lives that get a little crazy. They get the trolls on, they get the haters on, and they like to talk trash. I don't think I've ever experienced that once. Joy Monique, how are you? Thank you for joining. All right, so who has questions? Who has questions? All business and tax, stocks, it's all gang. What you got for me? So I got a request today, but I was thinking about doing it. Oh, Tara, you got plugged? You got it for Tara. How you doing? Let me hold something. You got it at 4. So you ran that all the way up from 4 to 12. Whoa. Hold on, what's plug again? Oh, okay. 950. I'm sorry, 950. That's great. I ain't mad at that. You gonna buy more? Who's buying more? I don't know why my lighting does that. All right, Tara likes to laugh at me, y'all. She thinks I'm a joke. She didn't like my joke, my jokey joke. I guess I can't hold $1. Don't even support a brother with $1. I ain't asking for much, just $1. Mr. GNR, how are you? Thank you for joining. I hope I didn't say that right. I mean, I hope I said it right. All right, so what else y'all got? Y'all know the tax season is over next Wednesday. Make sure you file your taxes. Make sure you file an extension if you're not able to file your taxes. Listen, estimated taxes are oh, maybe I can borrow $1. All right, I appreciate that. At least you'll give me the consideration, right? That's all a brother can ask for. I am 247% on plug. I only have 12. So you're up 247% on plug. Is that what you're saying, Jamar? Rehabbing in High Hills. How you doing? Mid Atlantic's back. Thank you for joining back. This is for my IG people. This is session 2. For my Facebook and YouTube people, this is still session 1. All right, well, listen, if plug is only $9.50, why do you only have 12 shares, Jamar? Come on. There's a saying in investing, cut your losses and let your winners run. Clearly, this is a winner. Again, this is not an investment recommendation. I do not own plug or PIO. But if it's a runner, let her run. Let her rip. I'm sure you got $10, Jamar. Jamar likes all that energy stuff. He always talking about that energy stuff, especially the clean energy. He like that. I ain't mad at that. All right, so I want y'all to remember this. So Tara said maybe I could borrow $1, y'all. So y'all see the commitment's not there. Jack the First 3 asked, why don't you like Tesla? All right, we're going to go to the tape on this. Let's look at Tesla. Because y'all, a lot of times I get these monikers, right? Folks be thinking I be hating. They told me I hate real estate. They told me I hate Bitcoin. No, I'm just not in love with it. It's like, y'all, And mind you, they told me I hated Bitcoin back in, what was that, 2017, when it was damn near $20,000. There was nothing to love. The juice was already squeezed out of that lemon. All right, so look at this, y'all. Tesla, Mr. Elon Musk. All right, so 2017, Tesla had a revenue of 11.7 billion. 2008, they had, 2018, they had 21.4 billion in revenue. And 2019, they had 24.5. All right, so they have an up or a growing revenue trend, right? A positive revenue trend, right? That's a good thing. Everybody says that the Tesla vehicles are A1, they are top notch. But what does it matter to make a whole bunch of money if you don't have any profits? Mind you, how old is Tesla? Before we go any further, let's look at this. How old is Tesla? Can anybody tell me when Tesla went public? All right, but everybody knows what Tesla is, right? Tesla designs, develops, manufactures, leases, and sells electric vehicles and energy generation and storage systems in the United States. So Jack, the first three, Tesla doesn't pay. Tesla is a $253 billion company. Y'all hear that, right? $253 billion. I'm painting the picture for y'all, right? We got crazy revenue, right? We got decent revenue. We know what Tesla does. Now let's look at their profits. Let's look at their income. 2017, loss 1.9 billion. 2018, loss 976 million. 2019, they lost 862 million. Now, this is positive, right? Because they have a decreasing loss rate. But I don't know if they're going to be able to maintain that, right? To the point where they get profitable. But where it stands right now, they have a track record of no profit, of losses, right? They have a track record of losses. And I don't really see anything changing anytime soon, especially now that the Rona's on the loose. So it's really hard. And the stock is how much? $1,365. So you're going to pay $1,365.88. That's what Tesla closed at today. It did go up in the aftermarket for a company that's losing money. For me, I'll pass. Nah, I'm cool. I'm good. Miss Mitney, I won't say your name right. Thanks for joining us. How are you tonight? So I'm cool on Tesla. Oh, I didn't show y'all the chart. Oh, I'm tripping. Sorry. I was reading here the whole time. My apologies. And so, okay, right. Tesla's 10 years old. So in 10 years, they have not figured out how to be profitable. To me, that's problematic. I know everybody loves Elon Musk. I know the stock price is up, but fundamentally, I am not super impressed by the company. Now, let's see. How much cash, right? And I want y'all to remember something. Tesla did well because there were a lot of electric energy tax credits as well. Again, everybody I know that has one, they love it. So right now, Tesla has $6.2 billion in cash. Ooh. They have total assets of $34 billion. Total liabilities of $26 billion. So it's not bad. I mean, again, Tesla is a heavy capitally intensive company. Anything to do with automotive, anything to do with any kind of infrastructure, because it's got the energy or the electric cells and all of that. The generation portion of it as well is going to be heavy. But no, I'm cool. But listen, I tell the story all the time. You can be right and you can make money in the markets. Anything, right? I'm right, but I didn't make money, and I could have made money because there's clear warning signs that Tesla is going to continue to rise. I'm not sure if it's at an exhaustion point right now, but from before when it was rising, you can kind of tell why people love Elon Musk. I don't know who has more rabid fans, Elon Musk or Trump. I mean, at least with Elon, he's doing something good to try to save the planet. I mean, you can't really say that about Trump. Right. So when again, I don't know if y'all remember, I told everybody not to panic when the stock market fell in March. Tesla went down to 524. No, wow, I didn't realize it hit that low. Tesla went down to 350. It is up over $1,000 now in like 3 or 4 months. It's kind of peculiar, but it is what it is. But like I said, I missed the opportunity, right? I could tell it was going to run again, but it's something I really don't want to be involved in because I don't think it's a good business in the long term. Just my thoughts, my opinion. Okay, Tara's over there doing the work. Thank you, Tara. Tara's about to become my research assistant. June 29th, 2010. So yes, they just had the 10-year anniversary, just like King Tariq said. Tariq says, do you think the stock market will go down again like it did a few months ago? I don't think it will fall just as hard, but we're still going to have a very volatile year. Things are still crazy. Right now, we're not out of the woods yet. We're seeing spikes with Corona. Texas, Florida, and there's like 1 or 2 other states are seeing massive spikes. So, no, I don't think we're out of the woods quite yet. You do it. How you doing? You do it. Thank you for joining us. I haven't seen you in a while. I don't know how to say your name. I'm going to try, though, and if I get it wrong, you correct me. Monine? I feel like I'm failing. Help me out. Throw me a lifeline. Give me a clue. Creations by Naisha. Thank you for joining. Chef Rob P. Shout out to Chef Rob P. One of my favorite restaurants in the city, the Breakfast Boutique. Breakfast Boutique has great customer service. It's a Black-owned business with great customer service. They got 3 locations here. Right. So when I tell y'all that there are great Black-owned businesses, and if you weren't here for the earlier portion, I was talking about Black-owned businesses. They all are not bad. Come on, y'all got to unprogram yourselves and reprogram yourselves. John, you've been busy. Okay. So, what I mean, to put a period on that sentence, Chris, yeah, I think we're still going to have volatility in the market. Will it be as bad as before? I don't think so. The Fed has a lot of stimulus pumping. They have brought a lot of the debt of major companies, Walmart, Berkshire Hathaway, a lot of them. So they're taking out the liquidity game, or they're making sure they provide liquidity for many of these major corporations. So I don't think we'll see a fall like we did previously before, but we'll see swings. We'll see major swings down. I wouldn't be surprised if we see major 2,000 point swing days on the Dow, 2,000, 3,000 point days up on the Dow. So it's going to go up and it's going to go down. So, all right. So Vanessa Braxton says they're getting hit by the after used market. Black guy buying used Teslas and kitting it up for a cheaper price. Wow, $14K. He was on Karen Hunter's show yesterday. I love me some Karen Hunter. What she's been doing with Dr. Greg Carr, I think, is superb. Oil House. What's up, Oil House? I might pick on you today, Oil House. Want to talk some capitalism? How you doing, sis? How you been? Deneen Super. What's up, Soup? How you doing? That's dope. I gotta check that out, Vanessa. Thank you for telling me that. I haven't really been in the car as much, right? Because we're all home, so I haven't really been listening too much. You know, it's all love, Will House. It's all love. The car's the ish, especially if you get it for a lot less. Yeah. Vanessa, you know you got one. You brought one brand new. So General Tyreek, you never told me how to say your name, General. I hope I'm not butchering it. I got Cash App fractional shares of Tesla. I'm up 76. Good. I tell everybody, if you don't have a whole lot of money, you don't need a whole lot of money to start in the stock market. All you need is $1 whole. That's 4 quarters, 10 dimes, 20 nickels, 100 pennies. You only need $1. Only need $1. Oh, John, you're over on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, my man. Thank you. Isn't Buffett Berkshire buying Dominion Energy? Yes, I believe it was Dominion Energy. Remy, Junior's washing detail. Junior's washing detail is my son, everybody. So check him out. He's starting a new business. He's a car and mobile he's soon to be mobile detail and car wash. And he's taking pride in this. What's up, Remy? How you doing down in the DMV? Remy, are you amongst all the $1 million real estate agents now? Because it seems like every home in the DMV is like 400 plus. And so I ain't counting your pockets, but the commission on that's got to be lovely. Hopefully I can see you on a show. Son, when are you coming to do my deck? Yes, I will call you out on all platforms. My son is supposed to come and power wash my deck, and I haven't heard from him yet. Yeah, so I tell everybody you can start buying shares on Cash App with $1. That's all you need. Listen, if we're talking about becoming wealthy, the only way you're going to become wealthy is you got to own something. You got to own some shit. As me and my brothers over at Brotherhood say, you got to own some things. Own some things that will increase in value, that will appreciate in value, that will go up in price, and that will go up in price more than the cost of inflation. If y'all don't know what inflation is basically just how much stuff costs or how much things increase in cost, right? Oh, this week. Oh, now you got to go. All right, son, now you got to go. Putting you on the spot. John, the fractional shares are easy. Just if you have a Cash App account, go to Cash App. I have a video on YouTube. It's actually one of my better performing videos this year. Ebony Sons is back. Thanks for coming back. DJ Miggs, I think I said it right, is back. Lindsay USA is back. Tara's back. I don't know where Tara is. Tara, are you on IG or are you on YouTube? Either way, it's all good. We're all here together. One big, happily family. One nation on the Rebel Groove. All right, so, okay, not my real name, but I say Tyreek. Okay. Yeah, it's really easy, John. You can buy just about any stock. They don't have every stock over there, but they've got all the major stocks over there. So you can do it. Everybody knows I was buying Ford. So I told everybody I was going to buy a lot. If you don't know what a lot is 100 shares. So I was going to buy a lot of Ford, right? Not a lot of Ford, but a lot of Ford. And I wanted to do that because I think Ford's going to be in a great position long term because they are already into electric cars. They're typically a well-run company. They've got good product coming out, the new Bronco, the new F-150. And I said, hey, while it's at this low level, $5, $6, I'll pick up 100 shares. And ultimately, I did it to show and illustrate that I bought 100 shares. You can buy 100 shares too. Right? It's not rocket science. So Carice says, I need $1 and then stock prices to dip long enough for me to buy a good amount for $1. No, you don't. You just buy what you like right now. We're not going to get into timing the market. Most people cannot time the market, meaning that time it to get the good price, especially not at such a low level, right? And that's no knock on you and your level to invest. Not to say that your dollar isn't worth anything, but it's a habit, right? It helps develop the investment mindset. So you buy $1 today, you buy $1 tomorrow. You know, you could be like Wimpy. I might be showing my age, but one of my favorite cartoons was Popeye, and there was a character on there named Wimpy. And he would always say, "Can you buy me a hamburger today? I think it was for like $2, and I'll gladly pay you on Tuesday," right? And so I always kind of say that jokingly, but if you got $1, you got $2, you can put it into the stock today, right? And then you can buy some more on Tuesday. You can buy some more on Wednesday. You buy some more on Friday. And then in the next week, you can buy another $1, because I'm sure you got more than $1. But if all you want to risk is $1, because remember, all investments are risky, that's fine. I'm okay with that. All I say is just start. Just start. Just start. J Rock fam, how are you? Where you been, Jay? I don't think you was here last week. You usually rock with me every week. All right, so folks, it is 9:29, almost 9:30. You're watching the Finance Rebel Show. If you don't know me or you're new to the show, I'm Kamari Ellis. I'm the Finance Rebel. This is our Wealthy Wednesday segment, and during the Wealthy Wednesday segment, I answer questions. I answer everybody's questions about money, stocks, tax, insurance, business, real estate, you name it. We talk about money every week. So what do they say? What do they say? Time in the market beats time in the market. Absolutely, all day, every day. Again, unless you're like really one of those special people. J-Rock, you were slacking. All right, I forgive you, fam. I forgive you. We all need a slack day every now and again. DJ Miggs, I'm not going to say that it's worth buying again, but for me and what I'm looking to do for my wealth strategy, right? We talked about the phases of wealth. So I'm still in my wealth accumulation phase. So I'm putting that down, and that'll then go to my wealth transfer phase. So hopefully it'll be for my children. Okay, so DJ Mix says he brought Nikolai yesterday. We talked about Nikolai a few weeks ago, and it's up 34% today. Good. So what's your exit strategy? What's next? What you going to do with it? You want to keep it? You want to sell it? What's the plan? Yes, you do it. That's my buddy John. Kamari helped me understand Forman LLC, and we're in a mastermind together. Kamari super duper. I appreciate that. I don't get many people talking good about me these days, so I appreciate you. Jabbar Thomas, right. The hardest thing to do is start investing. Once you do it, then you realize what the hell was I waiting for? Exactly. And again, you know, this isn't rocket science. I'm not trying to fill some bones or look in a crystal ball. But what I do know is this: you never become wealthy, you never become rich if all you do is spend your money on bullshit. Sorry for the cussing, but I'm just being honest with you, right? And so if you never own anything, you never give your money, yourself, your family, the community become wealthy, right? The whole world is up in arms right now, especially in the United States. There's wealth disparities all over the place. But what could we do for wealth disparities, health disparities, educational disparities if Black folks had some more money? Maybe we could open and fund more schools. By the way, I think that's one of the most important things the Black community needs. Every year, in just about every major urban city across this country, there's some type of budget shortage. And let's not play this game like the education is so great. I mean, in the textbooks here, we still have, in many of them, especially in Texas, that slavery was a choice. It was just regular migration, right? So we're not even teaching the real things. So at some point, you know, somebody's going to have to say, hey, educators have really been irresponsible with how they educate Black, brown, and people of color. But, you know, I don't want to get too far off course. That's a deeper conversation. I don't know if y'all want to talk about that or not. But my point is that anytime you want to make change, you need money for it. And if the people that you feel don't like you, right, you're just asking them to make change. Why should they make change? Why? You got to do for self. You have to do for self all day, every day. And that's what we need to be doing. So yes, I agree. So listen, any more questions, comments, concerns, questions? Throw them in the chat. Oh, House, you was slacking too. How was you slacking? Ballsy Burger. How are you? Is that a restaurant? Mars 5 Graphics. I think that is. How you doing? Thanks for joining. T Brooks 2010. How are you? Thanks for joining us. So there was something. Oh, you know what? I can't even get to it. There was something else I wanted to talk to y'all about, but it's on my phone. And I can't get to it. What do I think about Honeywell? Honeywell's not going anywhere. Old company, big company. Let's pull it up on the screen. Honeywell's like GE. It's a conglomerate that makes a whole bunch of stuff. A lot of security system stuff. Honeywell, $145.59. That ain't gonna do it. Now, Jamar, Honeywell is not environmentally friendly. I know you love your environmentally friendly investments, or at least I don't think they're environmentally friendly. Well, Honeywell, again, $145.59, up a little under half a percentage point today. Company is worth $102 billion. Pays a dividend, 2.48% dividend, or $3.60 for every dollar that's invested. For every stock that's invested. Nikki B24. How are you, Nikki B24? International Hove, how are you? So now let's look and see. We follow the same routine. What does Honeywell do? Honeywell International operates a diversified technology and manufacturing company worldwide. The aerospace segment offers auxiliary power units, propulsion engines, integrated avionics, environmental control, and electronic power systems. Now, listen, y'all can never say I read like Mayweather. All right. I got propulsion right, y'all. All right. So flight safety, communications, navigation hardware, data and software applications, radar and surveillance systems, aircraft lighting. I didn't know that. Advanced systems and instruments, satellite and space components, and aircraft wheels, brakes, spare parts, repair, overhaul, and maintenance services, thermal systems. So Honeywell has got their hand in a lot of things. Let's look at the paper. How much money are they making? $36 billion in 2019. Actually, $36.7 billion in 2019. $41.8 billion in 2018. $40.5 in 2017. And I can't see that for 2016. But let's look at the profitability. Their margins are super low. So 2019, 6.1 billion, 2018, 6.7 billion, 2017, 1.6 billion. That's interesting. That's very interesting. How much cash they got on hand. So these are the things, like, listen, these are some of the things y'all should be doing when y'all are looking at stocks. Miss Mitney, I hope I said that right. You want to know about Nikolai? We just talked about it. But if you want to go back over it again, we can do it real quick. Killer OTT, how are you? Honeywell, how much cash does Honeywell have? Last close of quarter, $10.4 billion. That was the annual number. Let's see. Let's see what the last close of quarter was, $8.79 billion. So at the end of March or at the end of the first quarter, they had $8.79 billion on hand. Yeah, but Nikolai is another electronic vehicle company. They make those electronic trucks. They just went public a couple months ago. It looks like they've been around for a while, and they're definitely going to be in competition with Tesla for quite some time. I think they're here to play. Yep. So that's Honeywell. I would give Honeywell a look. I would give Honeywell a look. Honeywell started the year at $180, $145. So Honeywell is still down for the year. They didn't bounce all the way back from that March low of $103. Not sure why. All right, so Mid-Atlantic asked the question. So hold on, folks. Hold on. Mid-Atlantic asked the questions, are the tax preparer classes if you're trying to learn how to do your own taxes? I'm sorry, are the tax preparer class helpful if you're trying to learn how to do your own taxes? Currently have CPA, but always try to acquire more knowledge. I think they're helpful. If that's something you're interested in or learning more, they'll help you learn how to prepare a tax return, usually a simple tax return. Most of the people that are that take the classes, like at some of the big box stores that I'm not going to talk about tonight. I think I talked about them last week, but they're good for learning how to prepare a return. If you want to learn strategy, that's something different. Then you got to really do research, put the time, put the hours in, and read a lot of docs and a lot of books. Drexel Kid 2569. Thank you for joining us. What exactly do you want to know, Mid-Atlantic? Like, what are you looking for? Okay, so General Tyreek says, what does it mean for an investor, if anything, if a company buys another company with a share exchange, i.e. Uber and Postmates? They bought one asset, they used their stock to buy another company. That's all it means. Usually what will happen is, for the investor that, let's say they own Postmates, I think Postmates was publicly traded before the transaction hasn't gone down. So yeah, it's still there. So when the transaction settles and when they finalize everything, I'm not sure what the valuation is going to be like. So you can get a 1-for-1. So one share of Uber for one share of Postmates. You might get, we just saw this with ACB. I can't think of their name right now. It's the weed company. But we just saw this with the weed company when they did the reverse split. I think that was a 12-for-1. So for every how can I say this? How can I express this properly? So for every 12 stocks of ACB you would get one stock. That's why it's called a reverse split. So that's kind of a backwards thing. But going back to your Uber question, right? So it can be done a myriad of different ways. It just depends on how much the deal is going to be and how much the exchange. So let's say hypothetically Uber is $100, and let's say they're worth $100 million, and let's say Postmates is $50 and they're worth $50 million, right? So Uber stock is two times worth more, or worth 2 point. I'm messing this up, y'all. Help me out. Uber stock in this example is worth 2 times more than Postmates, right? So it's worth 2 times more than Postmates. So they would only give 1 stock. So for like every 2 stocks of Postmates, you get 1 stock of Uber or something like that. It's kind of a quick and dirty. And that's how it usually affects the shareholders. And then the company gets absorbed into the other company. That's how it usually works. That's how it usually works. They have a lot of clients in oil and gas. With oil down low, that will impact their bottom line. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. And you do it as talking about Honeywell. Honeywell has a lot of businesses, or they service a lot of people in the oil and gas industry. And with oil prices being so low, the profits in oil have been squeezing out a lot of those folks. Now, to be technical, it depends on what part of the business they're in, but the whole business is being squeezed. But you have your people that pull the drill out, pull the oil out of the ground, right? Then you have the pipelines that go between the drillers to the refiners, and then you have the refiners. And then you even have distribution to like your Texaco. Texaco don't even open no more, ain't even around no more. I'm showing my age. So then you have, your gas stations that pump oil, and then other ways of selling it out to the end market or the end user. So there's a couple of different ways, but there's still a pretty big glut of oil on the market. It's really hard for those things to be sold right now, because it's hard for oil to be sold right now, because you got oil and pipelines, you got oil and oil tankers, you got oil taking up all the refinery spaces. So there's not a whole lot of space for it, because people still are not driving. A lot of people still are not flying. A lot of people still are not taking cruise line ships. So all the major usages of oil are pretty much out of commission. It's classic supply and demand, right? Demand went lower, supply is super high. So we still have a relatively low cost of oil, or lower cost of oil. It is oil right now. Let's look at oil contracts. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted. So oil is $40.75. $40.75. That's what oil is. Deshaun, I'm different. Thanks for joining. How are you today? All right, folks, it is 9:45. I've been rocking with y'all for 2 hours, almost 2 hours. I'm 15 minutes short of 2 hours. Right. Shami said the Uber deal failed with Grubhub, and now they're going after other stuff. Trying to go on the market and food delivery, it seems like. So this is interesting. I'm looking at an article right now about the Uber Postmates deal. I haven't spent a whole lot of time. I haven't spent any time looking at it, to be totally honest with y'all, because Uber is not profitable. So I guess they're trying to find their niche, and I guess their niche will be food delivery. This is interesting. Hold on, I just found this article at Forbes. All right, any more questions? Because I ain't hanging out with y'all all night. It's already all night, though. I've been on with y'all for like an hour 45, hour 47. All right, so it says Uber. So Uber will be profitable next year. Uber, another company, still ain't profitable. Boosted by the $2.65 billion Postmates acquisition. And I'm certain that acquisition has not been finalized yet. So we're counting our eggs before they've hatched. But I get it. That's what analysts do. Everybody's got to have something to talk about. Key facts, we're very confident we're going to be profitable or get to profitability next year. And we have enough of a diversified portfolio to make the statement with quite a bit of confidence. So Uber CEO Dara, I can't say his last name. Uber stock has risen 7% since the company on Monday announced that it would buy a food delivery service Postmates in an all-stock transaction worth $2.65 billion. So basically in that transaction, Uber is going to give them $2.6 billion of their stock, and the investors and probably some of the employees and some of their C-suite will go on their merry way. The deal merges the fourth largest food delivery company with Uber Eats, the second largest service by market share after DoorDash, according to the second measure in Edison Trends. That's interesting. All right, Mid-Atlantic, you stay safe as well. And yes, I mask up when I go around people. I do say this. There's no need in driving around in a car by yourself with a mask on. Your body needs the fresh air. But I am not the mask Nazi. I am not anti-mask. People still don't have a good grasp of Corona and what's going on with it. So please be careful. Please be careful. True. All right. Tara wants to talk about Electronic Arts. EA all day. Let's see. Sorry, we're talking about Electric Arts. Video game company. $40.77. Beginning of the year, stock was $54.67. Right now, it's trading at $40.95. Cavi 333, how are you? Thanks for joining. Oh, it did. Why did it pull that up? That's wrong, folks. I was looking at the wrong screen. Future contract. Electronic Arts, $135.61. Again, $135.61. And I am not sharing the right screen. All right. Oops. All right, so let's look at this. All right, y'all should be able to see the screen now. I messed that up. Talking about Electronic Arts, Tara wants to know about Electronic Arts. $135.61. It's a $39 billion company. Does not pay a dividend. Trades about 3 million shares a day. Wow. For the beginning of the year, stock was $107.34. At the beginning of the year, the stock is now $135. So it's had a 35% run from then till now. Hit some trouble in March, dropped by about $14. Then it came back with a vengeance. Same story has happened to so many companies, especially so many good companies. All right, Electronic Arts. Y'all know what Electronic Arts does. Electronic Arts develops, markets, publishes, and distributes games, content, and services for game consoles, PCs, mobile phones, and tablets worldwide. The company develops and publishes games and services across various genres, such as sports, first-person shooter, action, role-playing, and simulation, primarily under the battlefield. So they do games. They make a bunch of money. I'm not sure how much or what's in their portfolio, but them and there's another big company too that's pretty impressive as well. I don't think gaming is going away anytime soon. I think it's going to continue to morph and grow. Boss man PG, how are you, sir? But I don't think it's going away. So EA made 5.5. Oh, am I looking at that? Yep. So all right, 5.5 billion in 2020, 4.9 billion in 2019, 5.1 billion in 2018. Boss man PG, I don't understand that question. You asked if a stock has gains and you buy in, do you lose your gains? Break, give me a little bit more on that so I can try to answer that question. All right, so EA is making money. They actually have pretty good margins. They had income of $3 billion. So they made $5 billion. They got income of $3 billion. And that was in 2020, 2019, or fiscal year. And 2019 was $1 billion, profit of $1 billion. 2018, roughly again, profit of $1 billion. They've got great margins. I might have to look at them. I might have to put them on my watch list. Thanks, Tara. You can keep the dollar. You know, Tyreek, you from Philly? You caught that? I didn't know you was from Philly. Yeah, EA all day. Erie Ave. I'm not from Erie Ave, but anytime I hear that, that's what I think of. Major figures. Gilly, you know. Ab Lava. All right, folks. It is 9:54. I've been on for 2 hours. Right. Mid-Atlantic Activision Blizzard is a good game. That's the one I was thinking about. I couldn't think of the name. The executive QC. How are you? Thank you for joining us. But we are about to wrap up, folks. So any last question? Tara, what you know about EA? You up in New York. You're in the Bronx. You're in the BX. All right, so Bossman PG says you have a stock that has grown to 1,000 and you bought it 500. Okay. Do you lose gains? Do you lose gains when? If you buy in? No, you don't lose gains if you buy in. You buy more shares, but you buy more shares at $100 or $1,000, whichever. I'm not sure. You just gave me two different numbers, but no, you don't lose your gain. Your gain is your gain, unless the stock price falls, right? Or you cash out. So if you cash out, the gain is now yours, and now you have to pay tax on the gain. 9 times out of 10, depending upon what kind of account it's in. I don't know if I made sense just now. Now, if you buy more, let's say you bought 10 shares at, I don't know, $100, right? So you bought 10 shares at $100 a piece per share. That's $1,000. Now stock goes to $200 and you buy another 10 shares. You spend $2,000. Your average price goes up. I think that's what you're asking. Your average price goes up. Mr. PDQ, welcome back. So your average price goes up. You don't necessarily lose the gain though, right? You already actually have locked in gain. But on the next round of stock that you have, the average price is going to go up. I hope that offered some clarity. But be as specific as possible, and I can give you the best answer possible. All right, folks, it is 9 o'clock, 9:57, actually 9:57. I've been on since 8. I haven't had any dinner yet. All right, it did some. All right, well, I don't like some. I like to go all the way. Cavi 333 says, how do you feel about the Forex market? I think the Forex people are paying y'all to ask me that. Y'all ask me that every week. So I think Forex is cool, not for beginners. I think if you understand Forex stands for foreign exchange. currency. If I think for beginners and you're interested in Forex, I say invest in an ETF or look at ETFs. If you're a beginner, I would not advise you to invest in foreign currency. I know a lot of us like the sexy stuff. I know a lot of us trying to get to the bag right away, but trust and believe. What's the adage? Measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, cut once. What that means is make sure you're right and exact. Make sure you're on the square. Make sure you've done your research, right? Make sure that you understand what you're talking about or what you're looking at. Forex market moves really fast, really fast. But, again, through ETFs, which you trade like stocks, you can buy the British pound, the European euro, the Aussie dollar, the Swiss franc, the Canadian loonie. There's even some more exotic type ones. So, I would start there if you're a beginner. All right, my peoples. Thank you all for joining. I will be back. Be back on Saturday. I got a great one for y'all on Saturday. Listen, if you are interested in how to help Black companies raise money, I will be interesting a company that is doing just that on Saturday. So come back to the Finance Rebel channel at noon. I will be talking to them. I'll be doing an interview as well. What do you know about being on the square? I didn't mean it in that light. All right. Tag, I just threw it. Not that light. But yeah, I've hung around a bunch of folks who are of that ilk and of that order. Karen Young, how are you doing? I don't want you trying to come for me, Rich. I ain't got time for it. I ain't over here fronting. But I do have a bunch of y'all that's my friends. So at one point I was working with a brother who was of that order for a while. And I have not been studying. Y'all try to get me in trouble. Listen, y'all, I don't want no smoke. I do not want no smoke. So listen, so what we talking about, folks, if y'all don't know, I said some things that are that a lot of brothers that are Masonic order, Richard Allen. No, not Richard Allen. Is it Richard Allen? I always get the lodge wrong. But or Prince, damn it. Now y'all got me all mixed up right now. So I said some things that a lot of Masons say, right? I'm not a Mason. I never pretended to be a Mason. At Prince Hall, thank you. Prince Hall, talking about Prince Hall Masonry, which is basically the Black Masons. I am not a Mason. I don't profess to be a Mason. I've been recruited to be one for quite some time, but no, I am not one. But I used to work with one. And when he would be studying for proficiency, I would be there with him, and he had a lot of friends that worked with us as well. And so I would hear things, and I have a really good memory. I hear it once, I basically got it. So no, there's no Masonic undertones. It just fit what I was talking about. By the way, I mean, if we're talking right and exact, right? The 5%ers talk right and exact, right? If you think about Rakim, it ain't where you're from, it's where you at. Something is right and exact. I got to go look up the lyric. I can't think of it off the top of my head. So no, I'm not a Mason. Never claimed to be one. I don't want no smoke. Right. So you're right. General Tariq, he called it. Actually, I thought you was kicking the NG. What NG stands for, Nation of Gods on Earth, for 5% knowledge. So yes, that's part of the lessons as well. So yeah, everybody's got lessons. Everybody got lessons. But yeah, love you too, Mr. PDQ. Don't be trying to jam me up. Because one time I was driving my old boss's truck, and he had the Masonic emblem on the back. And this dude tried to jam me up at the gas station when I was getting gas. And he was like, yeah, you got a light on on the back of your truck. I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. Right? No disrespect. I had no clue. And he kept saying it. And then he started like pressing me. And then I caught it. And I said, no, man, that's my boss's truck. It ain't me. I don't want no problems. I'm trying to get to work. I want a clock. And then he was like, okay. But yeah, then I would have people roll up on me and say all kinds of stuff, throw signs up, do all kind of things. So I caught some of it. I can't catch it all because I never was I never tested for proficiency or study of proficiency. So I'm good. Just know I'm good. I'm not a member of any fraternal order. No fraternities. All right, people. I'll be back, like I said, on Saturday at noon. I'm talking to a new company that is starting to help Black businesses raise money for Black businesses. All right. And then obviously next Wednesday, I will be back for Wealthy Wednesdays at 8 p.m. So Saturday at noon, next Wednesday at 8. And again, I'm ramping up to do a whole lot more stuff in between. I'm still recovering from my flood, getting stuff back in order. So you might see some changes here and there. But I'll see y'all then. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you all. Thanks for joining me. And I will see you all later. Have a great day. Have a great night, everybody. So long. See you.